In fact, I do like a lot of nonsense stuff that only I will eat because I don't want to share. Hey guys, welcome to In a Nutshell, How to Start Cooking. My name is Ilya. You might have seen me on MasterChef Season 3. The reason why I joined MasterChef is because I wanted to showcase what I can do, but most of my stuff, I would say, is not conventional, and we all start from somewhere. Now you can too. Everyone can start at home with minimal ingredients. You can start too, and this is how to start cooking as a newbie. You need to know your kitchen equipment, and I would recommend that you kind of know two of the most basic ones, which is fire, right? So you have two kinds of stoves. There is the induction stove, there is also the fire stove. For the induction stove, you need to have pots that are induction safe. Not all pots or pans can be used on induction. However, on the gas ones, you can use almost anything, and you can also control the fire. You can actually see the fire and can control the level of the fire. The pros of the induction one, it is easy to clean, it is slick. I love it because of the ease of cleanliness. And there's also the level of heat. You just have to make sure that it doesn't go too high or too low. Of course, low heat, medium heat and high heat has different functions for different kind of cooks. Just make sure you pay attention to the heat and don't lose track of what's in the pan. Now for the utensils, for a starters, you just need three things: spatula, a soup ladle, and a wooden spoon. I love wooden spoons because they are versatile. I just love wooden spoons. Now, the most important part to actually start cooking is also to know your utensils, right? So for starters, I would suggest that you get a pan, just like this one, maybe a bit smaller, and also a pot, just for starters. Now, there are two types of pans as well. Okay, there is the non-stick pan or non-stick pot, and there's also a cast iron pan. You are not supposed to use metal utensils on non-stick pans because it will actually scrape the non-stick material. Is when you do sauces, you need to stir it using a whisk or a spoon. This is where it comes handy because it doesn't scrape off the material. Alright? So when you watch a cooking show, you will see all these chefs with small bowls with the ingredients all laid out nicely, right? This is not just for show, this is called the mise en place, which is French for preparation that you need before you start cooking. This is the most important step when you cook because then you know what you need to do next and not miss out on any ingredient or any step in the process. Now for preparation, the most basic part of it is the cutting or the chopping up of the ingredients. Okay? Say for example this carrot. It's a very simple, straightforward ingredient. However, different size depends on the cook. Say for example you want to stew the carrot, right? Take a look at this. Two sizes, different sizes of the carrots. So to ensure even cooking, just make sure that your cuts, your slices, your dices are all almost the same size. You also need to know what kind of ingredient cooks faster than others. Most proteins cook very fast, so that's why you always see sometimes chefs cooking the protein at the last part. So just keep in mind so that you don't overcook your dishes and your dishes will turn out perfect. That's the end of episode number 1, How to Start Cooking. Join me in the next episode where I will share with you how to create a simple but delicious meal. And this has been In a Nutshell, How to Start Cooking.